What is up, people? Donna here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a new bag from WANDRD, the Duo Daypack. Now, if you've been watching my channel or following me on Instagram or anything like that, you'll know that I am a big fan of WANDRD, and specifically the WANDRD Provoke 31 liter backpack, which is not only my daily bag, but also the bag that I take traveling. For a lot of people, the 31 liter might be a little bit overkill for what they need on a daily basis, going to and from work or school or whatever it may be. And so when I saw that the WANDRD Duo Daypack was coming out, I got very excited. Personally, I like to carry way too much camera gear with me all the time, so the WANDRD 31 liter Provoke was perfect because I could basically put everything I owned in it. But 90% of the time, once I get to work, I don't use any of that gear. So it's definitely been in the back of my mind to try and start carrying a little bit less with me at all times and just kind of pare down to what could be handy if I need it, not just like bring everything. Enter the Duo. So today we're going to talk about the Duo, go through some of the features. I'm going to talk about what I liked about it, what I think could be improved, and I'm going to give my general recommendation for whether I think this bag is right for you or not. All right, let's get into the bag and see what it has to offer. So first and foremost, the matte black that WANDRD always does is just something that I really love personally. It's got kind of this like Batman-esque vibe to it, and I love that so much. Just like in their other bags, the materials that they're using are all top grade. It's all water resistant and sealed zippers. We got really nice YYK zippers with beautiful zipper pulls. Nice little touch there with kind of a copper color. On the very front of the bag, we've got this one pocket that you can slip a notebook or something into. It actually does extend out quite a ways, so you can fit a little bit in there if you want to. Some nice little detailing with the WANDRD logo there. And there are 4 tabs on the front. If you have the WANDRD straps that they sell extra, you can actually use that to put, let's say, a sweater or a tripod or whatever you want. You can strap that onto the front of the bag on the outside. They've also got the same thing on the bottom. I found this really handy to strap my tripod to the bottom of the bag. On the one side, we've got this really nice grab handle, super comfy to grab. Again, a nice little touch with their WANDRD logo right there. And on the other side, we've got a water bottle / tripod pocket. It's got a stretchy mesh on the back here and an elastic, so it stretches to fit whatever size of water bottle you might have. On the back, we've got this grab handle at the top. I wish it was a little bit thicker, something a little bit more like the grab handle on the side, because it's not super comfortable to grab, but it is nice and minimal and kind of stays out of the way. The straps feel just a little bit rigid at first, but if it's anything like the straps were on my other WANDRD bag, they do soften up after a little bit of use. There is a chest strap and it is movable, so you can take this out and move it on any of these points. More nice little WANDRD touches there. Then we've got this back panel, which has kind of an injection molded type of thing. It's super comfortable. I've been really, really happy wearing this. It's got a really nice feel on your back, and it doesn't feel like it's pushing on any specific place. It's nice and evenly split between your whole back. And tucked nicely into the back here, we've got this little pass-through for a luggage handle. And on the other side, hidden away really, really sneakily, I don't know if I'll be able to show it on the video here, but there is a pocket as part of that back part where you can put things like your passport, anything that you want to hide away that won't be easily seen. It's actually a little bit hard to get to, but I think that's kind of the idea. Not something you want to throw something that you need to get at regularly. Hey! On the very top, we've got a pocket that's lined with some kind of it's like a nice fleece. So it'd be good to throw your cell phone or your glasses, nice and soft, nothing that's gonna scratch it. And it's got a little key clip in there. And now for the exciting part, the inside of the bag. But I have to preface this by saying that the way that you open this bag, at first it seems like it's gonna be weird, but I really, really love it. Okay, so there are 4 pull tabs. They look like this. 2 on the bottom, and then 2 that start up on the top of the back. Now, if you pull open on the ones that go from the top, they go all the way down to the bottom and you can flay the whole thing open. It's too big for the camera. I need a wider view. Okay, so now you can see the whole inside. On the front part of it, we've got just one nice big mesh compartment that you can put things in. Nothing too crazy happening here. This part is that top pocket. And then in the main section, there are so many cool things happening here. So on each of the sides, there is a whole bunch of organization. On the one side compartment, we've got a zippered pocket, we've got a stretchy mesh pocket, and then we've got a not stretchy, not mesh pocket. The materials on the inside of this thing feel fantastic as well. Again, sticking with that fully matte black. Absolutely love that. And then if we look at the other side, we've got just a plain pocket here, another stretchy mesh pocket, and then we've got two little elastic sections where you can put cables or pencils or pens or whatever you want to do there. Now up the center is where we've got some cool stuff. In the top, we've got a laptop compartment that fits my 15-inch MacBook Pro, no problem. And then a divider where you can put something like a tablet, iPad, or whatever. Just in front of that, we got a little pocket that's great for holding like cables and electronics and stuff, chargers. And I appreciate that they put a zip on it. That's something that I wish they would have had on all of these pockets. I understand that if you want it to be stretchy and stuff like that, a zipper doesn't make sense, but I did find some things falling out of those pockets. And then these are really cool. They're little padded pouches that are stretchy on the sides. And so you can fit all sorts of things in there. Personally, I used it for extra lenses, an extra camera body in this one. And then this, which I think is kind of the piece de resistance on this thing. So if you're someone who is like me and you carry around camera gear all the time, this is your camera cube. Now, it's not a removable camera cube like you'd see in the other WANDRD bags. So that might be a downside to you if you're looking for something that you can kind of pull the camera cube out of and put it in something else. Like the whole rest of the WANDRD system, you can take their camera cube out and put it in one of their other bags and it works okay. It's all kind of like modular like that. But this, you basically get to choose whether you have a camera cube or not. So on either side, there's a little Velcro door. And on the inside, there is a divider. And you can pull that out. And it kind of feels like that same injection molded kind of thing. It's nice and stiff. Feels really good. So basically, you've just got a tunnel, a camera tunnel. It's not really a cube. It's more like a three-dimensional rectangle. I guess a cube is a three-dimensional rectangle, technically. Anyway, you got lots of space to put things in there. I was carrying a full frame camera with a lens on it, and then in the other side, I had two lenses with that kind of divider separating them. Now, if I fold these end pieces in, do the same thing on the other side. You can take the camera cube and fold it down so that now there's no camera cube. Now we've got the same backpack with the same features, but more space at the bottom. So if you don't want that extra cube in there, it basically disappears, but without having to store that anywhere, it just folds away. And if we want it again, just pop it back out like that and you're good. Now let me get my divider back in there. Now here's probably my favorite thing about this bag. If we close this back up, we can access the side like you would see on a lot of camera bags, but typically there would be like a little cutout right here. And you would just be able to get into that area, and depending on what was inside there, if there was a camera cube with another kind of cutout for you to reach in and grab stuff, like that's okay, but check this out. You can open it right up to the top and get access to the entire side. So even if you had stuff here, you can access all that. And one of the coolest things is that it's not just on one side, it's actually on both. So you get access, let's say, to your camera on the bottom of that side, and then your lenses on the bottom of that side. And if you wanted to put, like I had my microphone in about here, and that was kind of easy access for that. I love the fact that the whole side opens up and not just a small section. One of the other things that's important to me that I don't know if it's a big deal for everyone, but it stands up on its own. And that is just like a huge thing for me for some reason. I can't stand when bags don't stand up on their own. I don't want them falling down all the time and getting dirty and all that kind of stuff. Okay, a couple of things that I thought could have been improved with this bag. This front pocket, as much as like it's fairly big and you can get stuff into it, I felt like it would have been cooler if they did something where the flap opened down and you could have maybe some organizational stuff in there. It's a little difficult to know what's in there and get in because you only have that side access. Not a deal breaker by any means, but it would have been cool to see them do something a little bit more with that. I have the same problem with the front pocket on my Provoke too. It's just kind of, I find it a little tough to figure out what it's useful for. And then like I mentioned before, if you want a camera cube that is removable so you can pull it out and still have all your stuff in the cube, this wouldn't be the bag for you for sure. The only other thing that I had an issue with in that side, this little door, I felt like it should have been removable. You can kind of tuck it down under, but then it takes up some of the space in that like camera rectangle section. I would just kind of push it down like this because I didn't want a door on that section, but I wish that I could just fully pull this sucker off. Okay, so here's the bottom line. I like to carry a lot of camera gear and I can still fit a lot of stuff in here. I had a Sony a7 III with a lens on it, 2 separate lenses in the other side. I carried another lens and another camera body inside the main compartment with my microphone and a whole bunch of extra stuff in the top pockets. So there's lots of space in this, but it is a small, sleek bag. It's nice and light. It's easy to carry. It's a great daily backpack for people who might want camera gear, or you can fold away that cube and it's just a great daily backpack with lots of options. The big catch is going to be that it's a little pricey, going at about $219. So if you're just looking for a daily backpack, it might be a little on the high end for you. But with the workmanship and the materials and stuff, I think that's why the price is as high as it is. Lots of technical stuff going into this. In planning this video, I kind of struggled to find someone that this bag might not be good for. The only thing that I really came up with is that it's probably not big enough to be like a full-on travel bag or a hiking bag, that kind of thing. Think more like commuting in the city, but you want to carry like a decent amount of stuff, especially like I said, photographer, videographer. If you're carrying some gear in this, it's kind of made for that, but it is also just a great daily bag for anybody else too. Carry your lunch or whatever you want in there. But as always, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think of the Duo Daypack. Does it get the thumbs up, the thumbs down? Do you like the style? Do you like the features? Leave a comment, and on your way down there, hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to check this out or pick it up, there is a link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.